All right, fight fans, we go right back into the action after that exciting knockout. Let's welcome our next fighter to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Cook.
Our next fight is 4 rounds in the female super lightweight division, and making her way to the ring, a name that some people, some fight fans in this neck of the woods may be familiar with, and that is Michelle Cook. This is her 3rd fight in Connecticut, her 3rd fight for CES. First time she has been here since 2019. She had 2 fights against Marsha Agrippino in Connecticut, and I'll tell you, she comes to fight every single time. She's always game, and she has kept herself active and busy in this weight class.
And her opponent, making her way to the ring, Amelia Moore.
And now her opponent, coming in with a record of 1-0. She won her pro debut here in November. Amelia Moore, one of the bright prospects in female boxing. She's 35 years old. She had a late start, had a long amateur career, a 5-time national champion. She was an Olympic alternate in 2020, and she really started to get a taste for the pro game when she fought for Team Combat League last year with the Boston Butchers. She went 9-0 in TCL and was the Season 2 Rookie of the Year, and since then has made her pro debut. She had a big win over Michaela Nogue in November here at Mohegan Sun, and now is ready to try to make it 2 in a row against a very tough Michelle Cook.
The following bout is scheduled for 4 rounds in the super lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the pink trunks. She weighed in at 139.5 pounds. Her pro record, 3 wins, 5 losses and 2 draws. Hailing from Hogansburg, New York, Mohegan Sun, Michelle Cook. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the maroon trunks. She weighed in at 139 pounds. Her pro record, 1 win, no losses. She's a former U.S. Olympic team member and multi-time national champion. She's currently ranked number 5 in the WBA ratings. Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Colorado Springs, Colorado, Amelia Moore. The man in charge of the action when the bell rings, Mr. Eric Nolly.
Final instructions from the referee. This bout once again scheduled for 4 rounds. Michelle Cook taking on Amelia Moore. And again, we mentioned, Ray, that Michelle Cook's been up this way a couple times before. 2 very tough fights against Marsha Agrippino, a Connecticut native, and making her first appearance for CES in 6 years. That last fight, that second fight, that rematch with Agrippino was in 2019. But one thing about Cook is she comes forward and she always comes to fight a very game opponent. And Amelia Moore, of course, has that long history, that great amateur career. And Ray, she's one of the many fighters that has come to CES by way of the Team Combat League Season 2. And that includes Rashidi Ellis, that includes Mike Fontanez, who is also going to fight tonight. And Amelia Moore is one of those prospects trained by Mark Gagaro, who was the head coach of the Boston Butchers and brought a lot of fighters to the table for CES. And it's created this great relationship that's put all these wonderful up-and-coming New England fighters on this platform here tonight.
Exactly. Amelia Moore is a great pickup by CES and a sneaky pickup. Some people may be asking, she has 1 fight. How's she ranked number 5 in the WBA? She has over 80 amateur bouts.
And that's the state of women's boxing. You know, the talent pool is not as deep, but the opportunities are there. The money is there for some of these fighters. Yes. If you make a fast, rapid climb, look at Clarissa Shields' last opponent. She did not have a big pro career at that point, but had that big money fight in front of her. And there it is. So that's really what it takes to get there. You just got to be persistent and stay active, and you're going to have opportunities. And Amelia Moore could be the next prime example of that.
She's going to be. Not going to be. She be. She's going to be. She's I just might make her the captain of the CES team. I mean, this girl, she has the style. She gets the power. Look, this is her second fight, like I said, and she's ranked number 5 in the WBA. People go, why?
And she was sensational in Team Combat League for Boston. That's a very tough platform. If you haven't seen it, it's 24 fights per night, 1 round each fight, and it's Team Combat, as the name states.
Yes.
And Amelia Moore was one of the many who excelled in that platform. She went 9-0, had a knockout victory in one of her wins, and now she's battering Michelle Cook into the corner. over these final 10 seconds. So a nice flurry, nice surge there by Moore.
She's working everything off that beautiful jab. She's jabbing her way in. That right hand goes right over the top.
And there's the bell for round one. Great way to close it out if you're Amelia Moore. Ray, we always talk about wanting to leave the judges with a strong impression before the bell, and Moore did that. Take a look at some of the action
right
here.
She gets that beautiful jab. She pops that jab right in. The right hand straight down the middle. She's coming everything over the top. With Cox, she's not moving. She's pulling her head back in fear of that jab. And here comes my right hand.
Moore is, like many, a high-volume puncher, which always bodes well in these 4-round fights, and especially in the women's division where they only have 2-minute rounds. You really got to do work, and you got to do it quickly to make an impression and to try to win that round. And Amelia Moore has adapted to that style. When she was in Team Combat League, it was 3-minute rounds, so she had to adapt to that style as well. So she's shown the flexibility to be able to do both. And again, like you said, sky's the limit, and you're at the perfect time to be a up-and-coming female fighter with the way the sport has aligned itself for that and the money opportunities that are there. And so right now it's all hands on deck against Michelle Cook as we begin round number 2. Again, this one is scheduled for 4. Cook has been on again, off again since 2013 when she turned pro.
Beautiful right hand again by Amelia Moore. That right hand, it is all coming off her left jab. She's popping that left jab straight down the pipe and is putting that right hand over the top. See how patient she paws them punches off. Steps off to the left hook.
We mentioned Cook is 32 years of age. She's had 10 pro fights in 12 years as a pro, so not a lot of activity. She's been on and again, off again at times, and this is her first fight since last September, so it's about 5 months in between. And going up against someone like Moore, who's been active not just as a pro now, but also with TCL last spring, it's certainly tough sledding, and Moore has looked very good so far in the early goings.
Moore is just dropping that right hand over the left hand of Cox all day. She got her pinned up in the corner again, and there goes that right hand.
Oh yeah, working the body now. Cook is covering up.
Beautiful.
She's going to take a knee.
Body shot.
That body work has done some damage. Michelle Cook in a little bit of trouble here, trying to make it back to her feet. And she's not going to make it.
No.
That's going to do it. Michelle Cook does not get up. And Amelia Moore has a knockout victory. That's the first of her career. Win number 2 as a pro. Just a sensational effort, Ray. She was aggressive from the opening bell. She came charging forward in round 2, and just that work to the body did the trick.
Cox ain't taking no mercy from nobody. She came over first round, just landed that right hand over the top. As Cox got wary of that right hand over the top, she left open that left hook to the body, which put Cox right down to her knees.
So Amelia Moore gets the victory by knockout against a very tough Michelle Cook. I'll tell you something, that says a lot. Michelle Cook is not somebody who gets stopped often in boxing.
No.
But to come out like that and just to bring that energy and to bring the power and rip to the body like Amelia Moore did, it really shows a lot and just shows that the sky truly is the limit for this up-and-comer. That's absolutely right.
For a woman to take a body shot and go down, you had to get hit hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, a minute 21 into round number 2 by knockout, and still undefeated, Amelia Moore.
All right, Amelia Moore getting the victory once again by knockout. Let's send it to Pat Sullivan, who has our winner, Amelia Moore.
All right, Mohegan Sun, I'm here with your winner, Amelia Moore. A knockout performance. Looked like towards the end of that fight there that you saw an opening and you just went in on it. What'd you see?
Yeah, absolutely. Just saw that there was no comeback, and so you just got to settle in and not try to headhunt and look for the shots, and just be patient. I think that's the level up. Just be getting patient and seeing the things and taking advantage of them.
Now, speaking of patience, only 2 fights into your pro career, already ranked top 5 in the world in the WBA ratings. How do you focus in on a fight like this when you have so many bigger things to look forward to in your career?
Hey man, one step at a time. You can't take more bites when we've already got something to chew on. So, you know, make everything quality. And I just want to say, you guys, the support is growing.
All right, Mohegan Sun still undefeated. Amelia Moore.
All right, there it is. Once again, Amelia Moore improving to 2-0. We've got plenty more to go on DAZN. Stay with us.
Agua. Sin sabor, sin sabor.
Vamos, dale, vamos. Dale.
El sabor que golpea.
Welcome back to Mohegan Sun Arena in DAZN. We're about ready for our next bout, so let's send it back up to our ring announcer, Adam Palazzo, with the official fighter introductions.
Let's welcome our next fighter to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Robinson Perez.